runes.
I'm gonna step back and push it open with a spear.
All right, so you turn the lock. You can hear it click. You open it up, and inside is a strange device. And this, as you open it up, the inside of the door has this looks like a dragon-like type of mural that's inscribed into the door, and it looks like it's like a dragon-like type of fish that's swimming around. And this small chamber, it is about 10 foot, it's 10 foot by 10 foot. There's all kinds of rubble strewn on the floor. And in the middle, there's this huge keg made of like a wood and rusted iron. And there's all kinds of pipes that are going up to the ceiling. There's pipes that are going into the floor. But it looks like a huge keg that you would see in a tavern.
Huh.
And that's what you see. Pitch black.
I'll step in.
No sconces. Okay. You step in. And like I said, that mural that's etched on the inside of that door is like a dragon type of large fish that's just kind of swimming on the door with all kinds of little schools of fish and stuff.
There's a boat on the door. Can any of you scholarly gentlemen make any sense of that image?
Let me do an arc.
So why don't you give me I would say give me a
insight
for what? What will the check is for?
The door.
Deterring the door, the mural. Sure, you can give me a history check or maybe a survival check. Yeah, this big dragon type of creature it looks like you kind of say, oh, it looks like an aboleth. And it's just swimming around. There's a boat on the water. It doesn't seem like it has any kind of meaning. However, with your check, you're kind of putting two and two together because you had such a great check. That this contraption that's in this little small room is probably some type of water storage kettle. Especially with the theme on the mural on the back of the door and stuff. You kind of push on this, and it kind of sways back and forth. It's on a stand, and you can hear what appears to be liquid inside of this thing sloshing around. And then even you can hear something kind of rattling in there, too. Something kind of seems like it's maybe rattling on the bottom of this thing.
Does it feel like hot or cold, or is it kind of...
No, it's cool to the touch. No, it would be... It's storing water, so it's probably... The pipes from the roof are probably catching the water somewhere out of the citadel, and then it sits in here, and then it's also distributed with the pipes that run down into the ground, probably to somewhere else. Actually, it's a pretty complex device.
Can it be open from here?
It can be open. I mean, yeah, you could. It's made out of like a tin and wood. Sure, you can smash it open if you want. You heard something rattling around in there anyway. There's really not a lid, no. Because it's kind of pressurized because of the pipes and stuff like that.
I just want to know what's rattling around in it.
Yeah, you can shake it and you hear something rattling around. So,
do you really want to open it?
That's up to you guys.
Barley gets impatient and says, what the hell is in there? Oh.
There's a keg of some sort. If you'd like to check it out, I don't feel comfortable.
Well, fucking tap it and let's have a drink.
Well, but it's holding water, I believe. I don't think it's holding any alcohol. And if there was alcohol in there, I don't know if I trust it.
Is it holy water?
You can make it holy, can't you?
Yeah, you got to pony up some silver and some gold.
Well, I mean, if you'd like to check it out, I'll work on this door.
What are you guys doing in there? Says Jot. What are you guys doing in there? What's in there?
It's a tank of water. Go in and say hi.
Go in there and fucking tell us what the hell it is. You damn evil infernal bitch.
Hey, be nice now. You just gave me 5 gold.
And what are you doing to collect that shit?
I told you. I told you that the troll was in there.
You did get us here after all.
We
I
took
did.
care of that shit.
But I don't know anything else about this place. This is all new to me. I'm really kind of liking being an adventurer and being at your side. This has actually been kind of fun. You guys are actually pretty you're pretty daring. You said there's something in there? I dare you to break it. It's probably something worth something. Money. Gems.
Eliza's going to check the north door.
Don't have to tempt me more than once. I'm going to try and break the thing open.
Sure. It's old. You know, how are you going to break it? Using your weapon or what? Using a crowbar?
Jam my dagger into it.
Sure. Yeah, you jam that dagger right on in, man. Like how you jabbed all the other creatures that you fought. So as your dagger pierces the thin tin.
How you doing?
Yeah, all of a sudden you hear a hissing, and water starts to shoot. You know, as your dagger is in there, and you pull the dagger out, water spewing out, and it's cool to the touch. You know, you can actually, and you taste it. It's nice, nice, clean and fresh drinking water. But as the water is spewing out, all of a sudden this steam is coming out also. And before you, and now all of a sudden the water starts to get both hot to the touch and cold to the touch. It's kind of switching back as it's pouring out of the keg with a cool temperature and a hot temperature. And then all of a sudden, a couple of these creatures start to form. And they have these. In fact, I'm going to give you an image of these things. So here's what one of these creatures looks like. It's a small little winged type of creature, not very large, and you can actually, as this thing is kind of floating, you can actually feel like a cold aura kind of reflecting off of it because it's actually cooling the water that's on you. And then another one of these little creatures, flying creatures, looks like this. And it looks a little transparent. And it is kind of reverberating like a heat coming off of it. You can feel the heat pulsing off of it. And these things kind of look towards one another, and then they look towards you, and they engage to attack. So let's roll initiative as these things with their long beaks and their snouts and their claws engage to attack. As they say something in a language that nobody understands. Okay. Initiative has been rolled. Round 1. Macon, you are up, my friend.
No,
What do you
I screwed
do?
that up. Take the first one.
What was your first one? I was getting the encounter ready. All right, so it looks like you rolled a 7. So let's take that initiative and get rid of it. You can also go into the box on your character sheet and change it if you need to. All right, so we'll go ahead and let Jot kind of go first, and he's just kind of flapping in the hall. He doesn't really know what's going on. He hears something. He hears some screeches and some shrills from these creatures, but he does kind of flap over, and he's in butterfly form. So let's go ahead and go to Barlin. You're up now. What say you, Barlin?
He's going to move up 5 feet and look into the room, and what does he see?
Sure, you give me a nature check, actually. See if you recognize what these things are.
A what now?
A nature check to see if you are able to discern what types of creatures these are. You most certainly do. with that fine roll that you just had. These are mephits, and they're creatures from the different elemental planes. Looks like one is an ice mephit, and you can see the frost and kind of snowing under it as it's flapping its wings. And the other one is a steam mephit. Now, these things are pretty dangerous. You know that they're pretty dangerous, and they like to breathe. So that's what you know. So, Barlin, you move in, you see that there's a ice mephit, a steam mephit. What else are you doing?
Where are they located in the room?
They are right here. One is hovering above the water bin, and the other is to the left of it, which would be straight ahead of you.
Boy, he's going to cast Vicious Mockery on the steam mephit.
Vicious Mockery, wisdom saving throw was a failure, so you can go ahead and drop that condition on there. I think that'll give him disadvantage and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Take a little bit of psychic damage as it grabs its head and shrills in pain from the psychic damage. And then go ahead and drop that other condition on there. And take any other movement that you want, and we'll go to Garkin. So what say you, Garkin?
So one's made of ice, and one's
yes.
steam.
Yep. The one that's directly in front of the door is like a transparent, steamy-looking mephit. And the one on to the right of it, which would be to your left, that's hovering over the water canister, that is an ice mephit. You can see that ice is kind of dripping off of it, hitting the metal keg. Kind of sounds like small little rocks or hail hitting it.
Can I scream something from here?
What would you like to scream?
Don't worry, I got the one in front of me.
Okay. So as you move in, give me a nature check, Garkin. If you're going to move in, I haven't seen you move, so give me that check, because these creatures, I want to see if you know what they are too. Because I didn't hear Barlin say these things are mephits or anything like that. But you do see these two winged creatures. So first, you can give me a nature check to see if you can discern what they are, and then you can go ahead and take your actions also. Yeah, you're able to tell that these are mephits. That's exactly what you needed. I was looking for a DC 10. So they're mephits, and you know that these things like to breathe. Now, I'm taking it you're probably going to break out your Warhammer and start swinging that thing too, right? As you're moving into the room?
Well, that's the plan. And I don't think it's going to have much effect on the steam, so I'm going to take a swing at the ice one anyway.
Okay, sure. You kind of turn towards it. Swing away. Nice hit. It's a 15 versus armor class. Go ahead and roll your bludgeoning damage as you hit this thing. All right. So you do it, and as you hit this, it's like the best swing that you've ever put on target. I mean, this thing just seems like it was susceptible to your damage. So it takes a total of 8 bludgeoning damage, being vulnerable to the damage type that you're actually using against it. So good shot. Anything else for you there, Garkin? I keep wanting to call you a gherkin. I don't know why, but...
Oh, pickle.
No, I'm going to stand here and... Yeah, I'm just going to stand.
Yeah, we're kind of stuck here, aren't we?
You can run out, but you'll take attacks of opportunity. I mean, I'd love to give them to you, and I always ask my players. Hey, I give it the college try. That's all I can continue to do. So, all right, Elias, what say you? You can shoot in there with a -2. It'll be partial cover, so because those things are kind of flying around in there, you know.
Yeah, I don't have anything other than throwing a dagger, but
okay.
I was working on the door also.
Sure, absolutely. Yeah, go ahead and give me a perception check. Let's split the party up. I love it. Let's do it. So check out that door. In fact, There's no lock on the door. It's just like the other door. It's unlocked. You kind of shimmy the handle a little bit. You don't see any you don't see any traps. You don't see any pressure plates. You don't see any rooms. It looks like you can just open the door.
Well, I guess that would be. I'm not opening the door yet, but that would be the turn. Would have been checking it. So.
Okay. If you'd like to open it, go for it. It's unlocked.
All right,
Flashing neon lights over it. Open me.
I'll open it. Sure.
All right.
Wow. Then to end my turn, I'll open it.
Am I enticing you enough or what? Is it working?
You know?
I think it is. So as you open it up, this is just a plain old empty room. You know, this chamber has nothing but a bunch of rock debris and, you know, rubble from the ceiling that is kind of falling in a little bit. Doesn't look dangerous or anything. It's just like over time, it's just been falling in. So that's what you see. There's a door to the left as well. So you can still take movement if you'd want.
All right, I'll just move into this room because I'll check this from later.
Sure. Okay. All right, you move into the room. Go ahead and take all the movement you want. And we'll go to Dag. What say you, Mr. Tiefling?
Well, I'm going to shoot a firebolt at that little frozen thing in front of me.
Now, when you do that, make sure you do it with disadvantage because you have an enemy that's adjacent to you.
Oops, hang on a second.
So, it can't get any worse than a 1. So, whatever you roll,
Sweet.
the 1 is going to, yeah. So basically, your spell backfires, it flubs out, and the methods get a little bit of a chuckle out of that. So,
Oops.
that's it. nice one. No need to even roll the other one because it can't get worse than 1. So, the ice method. It's the ice method's turn. You just try to attack it. It's going to reciprocate that. But first, what it's going to do, it's going to use its frost breath. And it's going to do a 15-foot cone. So let's see. Does the 15-foot cone hit both? And I love this about Fantasy Grounds because you can draw cones and stuff. All right, let's put this here. Will it hit... Yes, it would actually hit Garkin because it would reverberate off of that wall and basically engulf the room where you're at. So, all right, let's go ahead. I'm going to give you guys a couple of saving throws. As this method, it breathes a very cold breath. It's like it breathes out and everything just starts to, all of the water starts to freeze. It's on the wall that's spewing around. All of the water on you just gets tremendously cold. And let's give you guys a couple of saving throws. Not a bad saving throw. You guys were both successful. Nice, actually, Dag. You actually had a crit, so good job on that. Dag, you were successful. Garkin, you were successful. There's, let's see, you're going to take a little bit of damage, which is not going to be much because you guys were successful. So you're only going to take 2 damage because you were successful. So good job. The thing breathes. That's all it does. And we'll go next to Macan. So what say you, Macan? There's a door to your left that's not open yet. You saw Elias go into a room to the north, and then you hear fighting in the room to the south.
I'm waiting because I have on speakers and try not to echo. Yeah, I'm going to fire right through here with disadvantage. Can I hit the ice method?
Sure. Yeah, if you move over to where, like right here, you can see the steam method. And you'll just get a -2 to your attack. But if you want to move up, I'll allow you to attack either the ice or the steam method, of course, with a -2 because you got both of your party mates that are in the way. So they'll provide a little bit of cover. Not 3/4 cover, which would be a -5, but they'll still get a little bit of cover.
Okay. I'm going to stay here and I'm going to shoot at the steam method then at -2.
Well, there's a wall, so you can't see the wall there. I'll kind of move the tokens out of the way. There's the door that's, yeah, there you go. So you can hit the steam method from where you're at, sure. -2 down in the lower left-hand corner, and fire away.
All right. With that being the point of where I am. I'm gonna actually hit the ice method right now. Boom.
Just don't roll a 1. Oh, almost, man. You almost just shot the new guy in the back. You almost just shot Garkin. Nice. All right, so the steam method. The steam method. It's going to take a... it's going to blast you guys with a hot steam breath. So it excels another cone. But seeing that there's the door there in front of you, it's not going to affect Dag. The cone is going to go out into the hall. So it will, however, it will fill the hall and affect Barlin and Jot. So let's get these 3. All right, so this thing breathes a very hot, steamy breath. That sounds disgusting. I know it does. So Jot failed. Very nice. Garkin.
Disadvantage.
Yeah, Garkin, you had a great critical roll on your save. And Barlin, you had a bad roll, which you actually failed. Now, what was this about advantage now?
I mean, because of vicious mockery, but if it's a save, it doesn't really affect it. He's at disadvantage for attack.
Yeah, I think it's only on it's only on attack rolls. So let's go ahead and roll you guys some damage as you guys are engulfed in this steam that fills the entire hall. Oh shit. Let's see. I'm gonna have to adjust the damage. I shouldn't have done the attack again. So let's see. Jot. So basically, it's the exact opposite of what I did. So, all right. So I'll give 4 damage and then 2 damage. So we'll give. Let's see, Jot was successful, so he'll take 2, and then we also have Garkin. You were successful. You're only going to take 2, and then you'll take the full 4 Barlin. So, all right, you should have 10 now. All right, so that's it for the steam method. They can't go anywhere. So we will go ahead and... Looks like we're going to round 2 now. And back up to Jot. So this thing attacking Jot actually kind of irritated a little bit. But Jot can't get in there. Yeah, it definitely should have. But he can't get in there. But what he's going to do is he's going to try to frighten this thing. So he's going to move up and he's going to try to frighten the steam method. As he kind of transforms into a different type of elemental to influence the fear of this thing. All right, so it was a successful saving throw. Nothing happened. So let's go to Barlin, and then Jot kind of moves out of the way also.
Well, Barlin is going to cast Vicious Mockery at the steam method again.
Okay.
I'm on to healing potion too, man.
The steam method had another successful wisdom saving throw. Wow. These things are tough. Anything else for you there, Barlin? Garkin? These breaths recharge too, so I'm wondering if they're going to recharge.
Bonus action. I'm going to pass Shield of Faith on Dagrich here because he's trapped in the room with me.
Okay. And explain what Shield of Faith does, Mr. Garkin.
It adds 2 AC to the target for, I think it's 1 minute.
Okay. So we'll get I'll have to make you
it's up to 10 minutes.
Okay. So do you have a little pendant? Can you affect it? Oh, good. Good for 100 rounds. It's actually parsed correctly. Very nice. Most of that stuff is anyway.
I nod.
All right. So you're protected a little bit more.
So that was a bonus action. So now I'm going to hit the ice method again.
Nice.
Or not.
Ooh, your first miss. Remember, you guys have inspiration also. So if you want to use your inspiration, even though technically you can't reroll, I'll allow it if you want to. And plus, like I said, and you're new, Garkin, I allow you to take an in-combat hit dice heal for maximum if you want to use your inspiration for that. So it's sort of like an oh crap, get out of jail free card. Or if you want to take a first level spell slot, I'll let you expend your inspiration and get a first level spell slot. However, you can only do that one time per session.
Okay. I think I'll hold off on that for now.
Okay, sounds good. Elias, what say you? You're in the room now.
I wasn't here to push the talk. Sorry. Since they're still fighting this thing, these things, and haven't taken care of it, I'm gonna pull out my dagger, come up to the doorway, and throw it at the steam method.
Awesome. Give me a -2 in the modifier box down below, and then
Yeah, you're gonna have to take off these. How do I take off it? Because somehow I got the sneak attack damage on there twice. So I'm not sure what happened there.
Oh, no problem.
I don't know how to take that off.
I took it off for you.
All right, so -2 is
-2, yeah. Let's see if you can sneak that dagger past Garkin without him noticing it. Just don't roll a 1, please.
Doesn't it?
Garkin will take 1 in the back. And you'd get sneak attack because there's an ally beside him.
Well, if I'm throwing it, I don't think I get sneak attack, do I? Oh, I do.
Only if you wanted it to have sneak attack. Because you could pull up the sneak attack, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't want to attack it. Okay. So.
But I mean, if you're into seeing big numbers, why not just slam it
I
on
did that
there?
again.
You know?
I did that again. Hold on. Let me just bring it over here and do that.
No
right?
problem. Just drop it right on there, and it'll tell you if it's a hit or if it's a miss.
Did it not do it?
It was a hit. Yeah, I think I needed to do that. You don't have to put the attacks in the tower. You can do all your attacks open. So
Yeah,
because I do all my attacks open. I don't like to hide any of those attack rolls on players because I don't want players saying, "Oh, you just killed me on purpose." So no, although they could watch the stream and see the roll anyway in the tower. So very nice. A dagger flings past your head there, Garkin, and it hits the steam method. And then it hits the wall behind it. But it looks like it definitely affected the steam method. Good job.
And I'll try to pull him out so we can all hit him.
Dag, what say you?
Firebolt against the ice method.
All right, so that'll be a disadvantage. Hit that DIS button down there at the bottom left-hand corner.
I was actually going, hang on a second. I need to do inspiration. I didn't want to grab that.
Okay, yeah, if you used inspiration, that's a hit. And then go ahead and take the inspiration off the sheet and roll your damage for your firebolt. Nice job. Because that would cancel it out anyway, so you'd be rolling normal. Well worth it. Ooh, very nice. So this thing took, this thing, basically, boom, you killed this thing. The method is incapacitated. The ice method, that is. Yeah, 1 dead. And but the last thing though, as this thing died, it explodes. So yeah, that's the bad thing about this about these methods. So let me put this this method back here, and it explodes. Basically, it does a death burst. So when the method dies, it explodes in a burst of jagged ice, and you guys are just shredded with all of this ice shrapnel. So anybody within 5 feet of it, which there are 2 of you, I will go ahead and make the turn go back to the ice method so I can target you guys. You guys are going to need to make a dexterity saving throw to try to avoid the glass type of ice shards. Wow, Garkin with a clutch roll. Dag with a clutch crit roll. Very nice. You guys are going to take half damage. So this time, without clicking on the wrong thing, you guys are going to take a total of 2 damage, rounded down. So nice job as the ice method shatters. And it actually hits the other steam method too. So let me take you guys off that. I want to target the steam method. I want to give it a saving throw also. It was successful, but it's still going to take some damage. It's still going to take, it'll take 2 damage as well. So the shards go into the steam method also. I mean, it's only fair, right? And the ice method is no more. So we are back to.
But isn't the steam method vulnerable to ice?
It didn't say. So if it doesn't have it already built into the sheet, I don't think it would. Let me check the sheet. Nope. It's immune to a couple different types of damages, but it's not vulnerable to anything. But it has a condition immunity also. But yeah, if you think, always bring that up, because sometimes something may not be parsed right, so. All right, so it looks like it's going to be, what is it, going to be Barlin's turn now?
Well, Barlin's going to take his inspiration and take a hit die heal.
Okay, sure, absolutely. So your max heal will go ahead and get you, I think it'll probably be darn near, you don't even have to roll. So let's see, you'll take, your con is +1. You have an 8 for hit dice, so you'll get 9 life back, so you'll be at a total of 1 damage. So very nice. Nice utilization of your inspiration. Any other movement that you'd like to take, Barlin? All right, let's go to Garkin.
All right, Warhammer on the steam method.
Swing away. Ooh, a bad string of luck for Garkin. That's another miss. I'll let you re-roll it if you want to use your inspiration. If not, no problem.
No.
All right, Elias, you're up.
Oh my god, this thing is still on. All right, I have one more dagger, so I'm gonna throw it at it again, since I had enough luck, I guess.
Okay, attack away. -2.
So I'm gonna pull it out.
I feel confident. I think you'll hit it.
Really confident. Well, maybe I should use inspiration.
Yeah, you'll lose it if you don't. Yeah, so.
I'm gonna use inspiration.
It's one.
Use it or lose it.
Inspiration.
Yeah. Use it or lose it, sister.
Use inspiration. So
click the ADV button and let's see. I hope you hit it.
Click ADV. And then grab the dagger and drop it on the steam method.
Nice hit. 13. Thank goodness for inspiration. It saved you.
I should have hit.
Another dagger whizzes past your head, Garkin.
Sneak attack.
Boom. Better recover those for me. Oh my god. Yeah, I should use sneak attack. That was my
just
bad.
throw a D6 in the chat and we'll just add it to the method. No problem. No biggie, man. Very nice. 6 more damage. Guess what? The steam method dissipates, and as it does, the steam method also does a death burst.
Explodes.
It definitely does, yeah. So let's yeah, it is. Let's go back down to the steam method. You guys try to avoid the hot blast of air coming from it. Dexterity saving throw. That would be not Jot, though, but you guys are both successful. We'll go ahead and we'll roll some damage. I'll take Jot off of that. That was from the cone attack last time.
You got Barlin in there, and it should be Garkon.
Yep. And let's get that damage rolled. You guys only took half, so.
Oh, there we go.
So you guys are out of combat, though, as the steam method dissipates. And as those 2 methods explode, it destroys that water kettle, too. So now water is pouring out of the pipes in the roof, and there's just water. You guys are both drenched in water.
Ooh.
No, Dave, Brim Harvest should have taken effect at the end of my turn. Is that correct?
If you actually killed something, yeah, then you would get a heal to the spell level of that spell. So if you level 1, then you'd get back 2 hit points.
But they should have been automatically, correct?
No, like I was saying, we're going to have to make a healing pendant for you. We don't have that yet. We'll have that next time for you.
Gotcha.
So how much?
For now,
was it a necromantic spell? Okay, it was a normal spell. Okay, so I'll take 2 life. It was actually a
cantrip.
Yeah, it's I don't think it would be if it's a cantrip. I don't think so, because it has to have a spell level for it to work. So you can't,
Exactly.
you know, a 0, you
That's
can't
true.
multiply 0 by anything. So yeah, you
Zero.
won't get back anything. Yeah.
No
All right. So as these two things explode, it reverberates the explosions, and then all of a sudden, this door to your left opens up, and Macon, as the door opens up, you see that there's another room with a pit, a table, and you're face to face with 3 goblins. Well, you can actually see 3 goblins that are right by the door. So let me not goblins, but kobolds. My apologies. And the kobolds are just like the kobolds that you had ran into in the other chamber. So let me get these kobolds out here, and I'm doing all of this impromptu because of all of the noise and stuff. So here's one kobold here. Here's another kobold. Here's another kobold. And so you're basically face to face with these guys. So what do? As they open up the door, they're wondering what the heck is going on. You're standing face to face with them. So weapons are drawn by the kobolds, and they're kind of like pointing in there, and they're saying something in a language that maybe only a few of you may understand.
Okay, well, I'll take a swipe at the first one.
All right, so Dag and Barlin, you can understand what they said, and you can go ahead and swing if you want to, as they're communicating in a language that you can't understand. So go ahead and roll initiative. There's going to be no element of surprise because you both know that each parties are there. So roll initiative
Marlon
again.
says attack.
Okay. Yeah, they said something in a draconic
Are we
language.
re-rolling initiative?
The slithery. Yes. Yep. Yeah, I think Macan said that he was attacking. So, ooh, almost a 20 there, Barlin. Rolled over. All right. Yeah. So let's go to the kobold, the third kobold that's right in front of you. This thing is going to pull out its dagger. It also has a sling that you can see hanging from its belt. And it's going to... Let's see. I need to read this pack tactics really quick. Okay, so it's not going to get pack tactics because it's not one of its allies is not adjacent to you. So it's just going to give you with the dagger. And as he swings, he misses with an 11 as you parry out of the way. Jot flies back. Jot is kind of taken by this, and Jot actually moves back to he moves all the way back to the very back, and then you hear this pop, and he disappears. So now he's invisible. Okay, Macan, you're up now. This thing just tried to gib you with its dagger.
Right on. Here we go. I'm gonna go for it.
Okay. Well, that's a miss. Yeah.
Back up.
Yeah, I'll take the attack of opportunity and I'll back out.
Okay.
I'm waiting.
Oh, thanks. Thanks, mister. All right, so it's going to gib you with the attack of opportunity, and it misses you, so nice gamble. It paid off. Go ahead and take the rest of your movement that you want, Macan. Garkin.
I'll move back
What
to
say
that
you?
surprise one.
All right, Garkin's moving in. Moving in for the kill. Swing away, sir. We're gonna have to keep a tracker for Garkin on how many times he's gonna get hit from critical fumbles behind him. Nice smash, man. You're back on the hitting track there, Garkin. You smash this thing with your warhammer, and you basically kill it in one swing. As this kobold just flies over towards the corner of the room, out of your sight, and you can just hear bones cracking with a big as all the air is just taken out of this kobold. It is dead. Nice shot.
That's it.
You want to go ahead and move in? You can move in if you want as well. You still have movement left. Up to you. Or you can move back and not take an attack of opportunity.
No, I'll stay by the door.
Okay. Kobold, it's going to move back. It is going to take its sling. It's going to wing it around a couple times. I'm going to also give it a -2 in the modifier box because it's firing through the kobold. The NPCs get that negative modifier too, just not you guys. So it lets go the sling. Ooh, and this stone, about the size of a golf ball, just knocks you upside of your head. And you're going to take a little bit of damage, which, ooh, max damage. You're in pretty bad shape now. Yeah, you just took 6 bludgeoning damage as it kind of moves behind this huge cage, this 10 by 10 foot cage that looks like it's been shredded apart. Like one side that's closest to you, the bars are all bent and ripped and stuff like that. So now we're going to move to Barlin. What say you, Barlin? As you just heard Garkin take one upside of the melon. Oh!
Barlin's going to move up.
All right. Garkin looks a little woozy. He looks like he's punch drunk right now. He's kind of like, swinging his fist around. I'll get him. I'll get him. All right. So what is this? What is this big spell that you're putting out there? 20-foot radius.
So 26 hit points worth of creatures within that radius fall prone and go to sleep.
You must be casting sleep. So 26 hit points worth, huh? So both of these kobolds, they go into a slumber. So what kind of condition do these things get? Unconscious?
Unconscious and prone.
All right. So they basically curl up into the fetal position as they both start sucking their thumbs and they're having dreams and they're saying, Mommy, in Draconic. Mommy. These things are taken out. So inside of this room, as I'm going to unlock these tokens now, you guys can move in freely. This is actually a pretty strange room. Now, as you move in, you can see all kinds of symbols and glyphs that are etched onto the wall, and they're all they're all decorated in this and colored in with this very bright green dye. And like I said, this is a huge, oddly shaped chamber. There's an area to the north that has a couple of doors. There is a chamber that is traveling to the west that you can see, which is right here. There is a door to the southwest. There is a door to the south. And there is a huge cage that has been destroyed with a nest inside of this thing. Now there's also, in the middle, there is a small wooden bench. And there's a piece of green cloth. There's several objects that are resting on the wooden table. And you can hear some snoring. You can actually hear some heavy snoring. And it seems like it's coming from the bedroll, which is right here, that I'm putting the green line over. A snoring coming from that bedroll. And it sounds like it's like a snoring / whimpering type of sound that's coming from it. And you can barely see like the top of the head of a kobold sticking out of the bedroll. But that's what you see. There's a lot of stuff going on in here. There's this pit, this circular fire pit that has some warm embers in it. It's not on fire or anything, but it does have some glowing embers. Then there's all kinds of doors and stuff.
Elias, take these fools out of their misery.
One step ahead of you, and over there.
Okay, so
I'm taking out the one in the bedroll first, and then go to the one that's sleeping.
Okay, So you pull the cover off of him. He's curled up in the fetal position. He is sleeping. You just slit his throat.
Yeah.
Okay, sure. You slit his throat. He opens his eyes as you do that, and he says, "Meepo, Phil," and then he just passes out.
Yeah, you did. Sorry about
So they killed one of the NPCs.
that. We'll move to this. We'll do the same.
All right, same thing. This thing is sucking its thumb in a fetal position. You slice his throat, dead. Meepo's gone, man. Oh, sad. Meepo could have been fun to play. Then you go over to the other kobold, and do the same thing.
Well, I figured they were going to do it. There's like 3 people around them.
Yeah.
I mean, if they want me to do it, I'll do it. But
They want you to be the bad guy, I guess. I don't know. Nobody's saying they want to do it.
All
But you
right.
get all of the
All right.
kobolds taken out. Whoosh. Basically, coup de grace, or how do some people say it? A coup de grace.
yeah,
All right. So you coup de grace all three of these kobolds. 2 of them look like run-of-the-mill grunts, but the one that was in the sleeping bag that was sleeping, he's kind of ornamented up a little bit. Looked like he might have been maybe a key figure for the kobolds. Cage,
maybe
table,
maybe he had
fire
a key or
pit.
something. I want to check his pocket. What's left? Seeing if he had
Alright.
like a key or I don't know.
Do I see anything on the table?
The table, yeah, it's like a bench, and it's sort of like a makeshift dragon altar, and resting on top of it are some containers of this bright green dye that you see all these runes and murals and stuff that are painted on the walls of this chamber. There's a paintbrush, probably made of some type of goblin hair. Then there's 4 little tiny dragon type of jade figurines, probably worth about 15 gold apiece. So if anybody else is searching this room, go ahead and give me an investigation check as I put all of this stuff into our party sheet.
I think Archon's going to search around that fire pit and see if there's anything in those embers. Maybe there's something hidden there.
And sure, yeah, you find that there's another one of these jade figurines, taking the total of these things up to 5. And like I said, they appear to be about 15 gold apiece. It's a nice roll on the investigation. But as you're looking through kind of doing a once over on the kobold that was in the bedroll, you don't find anything on him. He has nothing.
All right.
And then also in this fire pit, there's a bunch of charred bones and a bunch of charred scraps of metal and pieces of wood.
Any of the bones look human at all, or
Any what?
do any of the bones look human at all?
No. Give me a nature check. I think that would probably fall under nature. See if you can discern what types of bones they are. Clutch, man. Yeah, you could tell that these are probably kobold or goblin bones. They're small bones. You can tell that there's actually kind of a little mix. You could definitely tell that there's some kobold bones in here because of you could see some claws and the type of feet that they have, the webbed feet. And then you can also tell that there's probably some goblin bones mixed in here too.
All right, I'll let them know I don't see any human bones here, so that's probably good for our mission.
Does this this green paint like liquid on the counter? Are they in beakers or are they capped?
Yeah, they're capped. They're in like a small little clay canopic jar type of jar. And you can open up the lid and it smells god awful. Whatever they use to make this, probably snot and everything else. But yeah, you
It's
kind of
just-
tilt it to the side, and it looks like, yeah, you could take it with you.
Is
It-
just like
it has a
pigment?
cork.
Does it have any kind of? Do I detect any kind of a magical touch to it?
How are you going to try to detect the magic? No, you didn't feel any surge
Arcana?
of energy run through you. You can give me an Arcana check, sure. But there was nothing magical to the touch, and no, you can't. You can't tell if it's magic or not. But it is a god awful fluorescent green ink. There's two little small canopic clay jars of it, and like I said, there's a paintbrush there also that has what appears to be like maybe goblin piano wire chest hair or something like that. That's used for the bristles.
Now I know why it smells so bad in here.
So if you want to take that, go ahead and just right-click on your
No.
inventory tab and just
No,
put...
I'm good.
Okay, sure. If anybody wants that stuff, feel free to take it. So what do you guys think? That's pretty much everything that you found. Nothing on the kobold that was in the bedroll or anything.
All right. Well,
I say we go down the hall.
Down the hall that's open.
You guys got a door to the south. You have a door to the southwest. You have a door to the northeast, to the northwest. The chamber that you're going into opens up, and it appears that there is a long corridor with a bunch more doors. And this is what you can see from the torch that is illuminating the area, because everything is dark. And then you see another corridor that starts to travel north. Then you see another door to the north, two more doors to the south. There's entry points all over the place.
All right, so those corridors continue. The one to the south might be another small room.
Yeah, considering where they're going, then I would choose to go, down south. And check that south door first.
Yeah, the small ones out of the way.
Actually, that inspirational heal, is that an in-combat heal? Or can I do that now?
Yeah, your combat heal. Yeah, go ahead and use it now if you want to. So you're a fighter, that's going to be a D10. No, you're a paladin, D10 still, or is a paladin a D8? I think a paladin is a D8 if I'm not mistaken. It is. No, it's a D10.
It's a D10.
All right, so I'll go ahead and we'll give you 10 plus 2 for a total of 12. So Garkin, you're going to be fully healed. Your inspiration will be gone. You guys will all have inspiration next session. To add or subtract your inspiration, just go to the top of the sheet and click the INSP button. And that little yellow star represents your inspiration. All right, so as you get close to this Elias down here to the south, Garkin and Dag, you guys smell a horrible stench. I mean, it smells so bad, you can just imagine the magnification of that stench, what lies beyond that door.
Oh, well, I think something's dead on the other side. Or maybe it was
the
their
privy.
outhouse. Yeah. I rolled investigation on the...
I call out to the party that I'm out of divine spells.
Well, perhaps we could use that other room in the hallway there behind us and board up there for a little bit.
Okay. So let's see your armor
Or
class.
we could attack and be heroic.
Yeah. AC will last for a little bit longer. Elias, what about your AC bonus? You gonna
That's
open
8
up
hours,
that?
so.
You gonna open up that door?
I rolled
gave it
perception to check for traps. So
It doesn't look like anything is trapped with it.
okay, I'm just gonna open this door real quick, and then we can set up like a camp in that small room back there.
Yeah, it's just a very narrow little 5-foot wide chamber, about 15 feet deep. And basically, as you open up the door, I mean, this wall of just filth just hits you. You almost gag. You're like, ugh, ugh. And as you open the door, the light from the torch goes into and fills the chamber, and rats just scurry everywhere. I mean, rats are on the floor within all this crap on the floor. They're scurrying up the walls, on the floor, the ceiling, and you are attacked with a swarm of rats.
Oh,
There's so many rats that you can't even close the door as they just burst out and charge at you.
All right. He's stomping as many as I can.
Yeah, you gotta love it when the DM gives you a swarm of rats to end the night, right?
Oh, I'm just trying to be thorough here. All right.
Let's give you this rat encounter. Okay, so rats are here. Get this thing tracker. There you go.
Oh, good one.
Let's go ahead and roll initiative. I'm going to go ahead and not give the rats the element of surprise. But they do swarm into the area that you're in. So they do occupy the same space as you. So not only they're in the space that they're in now, but currently they're just running all up, and they're running into your pant legs, your sleeves, they're crawling into your armor. These things are just biting you all over the place. Okay, so let's go to Macon. As you're in the other room over there, you hear Elias screaming. Oh my God, these rats! Sounds like a woman.
Little
Oh my God,
bastards,
rats!
get off me!
Rats! What does Macon do? Or did Macon go AFK because of the family coming into town?
No, he's on speaker. So
okay, gotcha. So we'll come back to Macon. Jot still staying invisible, still hiding. Elias, you're being swarmed by these things. What do you do?
just stab as many as I can with my rapier.
Yeah. Yeah. Rat kebabs. Go ahead and do an attack.
Rapidly, let's see.
Wow, I almost thought that said 24 armor class. I was about to say good luck.
They're in me. They're in my space also. So with Garfield behind me, I'll get sneak attack, correct?
That is correct.
All right, here we go.
Very good observation on that too.
Might want to move out of the way too when you're done.
I just can't put the tokens on. I just can't put you and the rats in the same square because the tokens will be.
Oh, I just threw it on myself.
That's okay. Just drag it over and drop it on the rats.
That's
problem.
That's true.
Great thing about Fantasy Grounds. Tighten up over there, Elias. Tighten up, bud.
Hey. It's, 2 o'clock.
I hear you. Yeah, it is almost 2. Time flies when you're having fun, doesn't it?
Barnum will get him in a minute.
Yeah. So the rats, you hit the rats. 17. Rats go flying everywhere. Go ahead and roll damage. And add sneak attack in, too.
Oh, yeah, there's sneak attack.
Oh, very nice. Yeah, you basically, with your rapier, you kind of, once over on your arms, your legs, and a bunch of them just go flying everywhere. You cut a bunch of rats in half. Very nice.
I'm going to take a step sideways. I don't know if they're going to follow me or not, but there you go.
Okay. We'll give you the attack of opportunity as you. No, you don't. You're still within their reach, so that's fine. All right, Barlin, what say you? The rats failed. Looks like a vicious mockery on the rats. Let's go ahead and drag that pendant on there. And then we'll move to Garkin. The rats are actually right here, so. All right, so the rats will take a couple rats go flying, hitting the wall, hitting the ceiling. Garkin, you're up.
Yep. So here down comes the hammer.
Dropping the Warhammer. Poof, man,
I'll have to
that's
get a roll at advantage.
almost a crit, yeah. 24 versus AC. Everybody's out of inspiration. I like it. Go ahead and roll damage. All right, so the rats partially resisted your, because it's, you know, there's rats everywhere. But these things look like they're going to start swarming on you now. So Garkin, we're going to pass it down to Dag. Dag, what say you? As both your companions to the south have rats all over them. They're both totally consumed in rats.
I'm going to move right in the midst of them. I'm going to turn slightly.
As you just said, a shrink and growth spell. Oh my god, it's a giant tiefling! Oh my god!
That wasn't intended.
That's okay, don't even worry about it, man.
I'm trying to point towards them. I'm going to... I need a 15-foot cone.
All right. You can do a cone. You can't do them on the corners, so you can only do a cone in front of you, whatever way you're facing. Unfortunately, with 5e, you can't do them on the angles.
I can't do on the angle, because I was going to do burning hands, so I want everybody out of the way.
Cones are just directly the direction that you're facing, and it's 15 feet out.
Firebolt.
All right, firebolt. Do it. Do it to it. That's a miss. The rats just scurry as they see the bolt coming out of your hand. Wow.
If I back out right now, do I take an attack of opportunity?
You would, yeah. I'll give you one if you want one. Okay.
I'm good.
Darn it. I almost had 2 for one night. That would be a great night for me. All right, so the swarm of rats, they're going to move up. They're going to engulf Garkin.
Dave, they should be attacking at disadvantage. There was no pendant for me to drop it with Vicious Mockery.
Okay, we'll have to make one and get that set up for you. So Garkin, disadvantage is going to be a miss. You're able to, you just basically just fling them away with your shield. All right, Macan, round 2. Yeah, Dave, I'm going to stand AFK in this room up here. Oh, no, Macan's back. Actually, Macan's back, it looks. So, yeah. You can shoot through that cage if you want. It'll be -2 because of all the bars. But, yeah, you can shoot into and plus with your other companions. Go for it, Macan. -2. Shoot those rats.
Total, okay, -2. Here we go.
Yeah. I won't be ruthless and say -5, but let's go ahead and do it. Let's kill these rats. Wow, we're past 2 o'clock. Boy, tonight has totally gone by so fast, man. I can't believe it. 4 hours, just like that.
We have crunk this and
24,
nice.
That's a hit. Yeah, very nice. I'm going to go ahead and let them just kill the rat. All right, so the rats, basically with your arrow, the rest of the rats flee. They scurry into the holes in the walls and in the ceiling. That's inside of this little rat-infested narrow chamber that you opened up. And now everybody, you're out of combat. You're kind of throwing up in your mouths because of the stench. And the last rats scurry into the holes. You are out of combat.
Oh, I close this door immediately.
Yeah, there's all kinds of like rotten meat haunches and stuff like that in there. All kinds of disgusting, man. There's like sludge and slime on the walls. Yeah, it's nasty.
That's right up the Gretch's alley.
Oh my god, that's so foul.
Uh-huh.
So I'm gonna close that door. In fact,
Use your precious hesitation on it.
I was gonna spike it close.
Hey, hang on, then I can have Josh.
6 hours later, huh?
Good job tonight, everybody. Great job. You guys got a bunch of other areas. What do you guys want to do? Do you guys want to take a rest or what?
We probably need to hole up for a long rest.
Yeah. Where do you guys want to go?
I think in this room. I'd suggested this room because
one of those empty chambers.
Yeah,
considering that's where Jot, the ranger, and the thief are.
Well, I just said it's
Good
12
spot to
right now.
be. It's got one exit, one entrance.
Yeah, it's one entrance, and we could just spike it closed, like wedge a pipe in there to keep the
We
door
should
from
probably investigate the room to see, make sure there's no secret doors to come in to attack us.
That's actually a good idea too. There's a whole bunch of noise and
You
they
guys spend a
came
couple of
at
minutes
us,
searching as you guys are putting a couple pythons in the door to get it shut, and you guys are able to get a short rest. So if you guys want to expend any hit dice heals, go for it right now. Or do you guys want to take an 8-hour rest? If you take an 8-hour rest, dead kobolds about, I'm going to make you guys do a encounter roll starting the next session. So
Before we close out, I have this new little spell called Find Familiar, and Jot just so happens to be here.
Maybe.
Can I bind him
He
now?
is invisible, but yeah, he is in the room with you, but he is invisible. So yeah, that's something
God.
that will, that's something that stop in Discord and we'll discuss Find Familiar. So we'll get you set up. Jot will join you though. All right.
Okay.
Jot says he will, you can be his new master as long as you do a couple of things. As long as you don't treat him bad, as long as you don't put him into any harmful situation on purpose, keep him fed, and give him a little bit of treasure every once in a while. He says he'll be a good familiar for you. He says, I'll treat you right.
Oh, how I'm going to corrupt him.
Or maybe he may corrupt you. He is a demon. So, all right, good job, guys, tonight. You guys have got all of your experience points. You've got all of your loot. Congratulations again on level 2. You guys have a little bit of an EXP debt to me for level 3. But I wanted you to give that level to make you guys a little bit safer, have you a little bit safer travels in here. So good job. I mean, I'm kind of zooming back on the map, and wow, we got through a lot tonight. We got through one entire wing, and you're starting to look through all of these rooms that have kobolds and stuff in them. So I'll see you guys in 2 weeks. Man, I can't believe how fast the time flew by. And also, get with me. Dag, send me an email in the next week or so, and we'll get together and get you Jot all squared away. All right? Get Jot all squared away for you. So, all right, everybody. Thanks for playing. It was fun. I had a blast. Had a hell of a time. I'm really enjoying the game. So
That was great.
hope
Appreciate
you guys
it.
are
Thank you
enjoying
much,
it too.
Good
Gark,
job,
I hope you
guys.
had
Absolutely.
I hope you had a good time. And I'll also go through your character sheets, add on all your level 2 stuff, and I'll try to get on all of the as many features and stuff for your classes as I can. So, all right, everybody, thanks for playing.